LinkedIn is one of the most powerful platforms and a lot of people are sleeping on it right now. You can win a lot of business on LinkedIn, and I am going to go through this video on how exactly you can do something like that. Now, there are other places where you should continue to win business and continue to try to business develop, whatever that sector be, whatever that niche be. So making calls over the phone or sending emails has its own place. But LinkedIn is powerful because actually sometimes you only need to spend 10 or 15 minutes a day and you can win business that you never thought you could have won in any other way. Now, to give you guys an idea, I started being active on LinkedIn about 6 months ago, and I'm sharing this information with you because I'm all about giving you as much value as possible. So if I'm doing something and if I'm seeing benefit with it, I am going to share that with you all the time. So look, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you subscribe and like this video. Share with your family and friends because for me, it's all about giving you guys as much value as I can. Now, 6 months ago, I was meeting someone who is proficient in LinkedIn. And in fact, a lot of their business is run on getting clients from LinkedIn. In fact, their company is worth millions of pounds and they win business from LinkedIn. And the reason I was meeting this individual is because they're teaching a part of the recruitment course where I teach you guys how to start your own recruitment company. So it's a person called Harry, and Harry explains how you can try to win business on LinkedIn and how you can grow your business by using LinkedIn. So we're there and we're talking about recruitment, and he's teaching the course. And by the way, if you are interested in the course, the link's in the description. You can leave your details and someone will be in touch. But anyway, we're there and we're talking about how to start a recruitment company and, you know, the pros and the cons. And obviously we've done it. And so we're talking about recruitment. And I ask him the question. I say, well, Harry, how do you mainly win your business? And Harry says, well, actually, I use LinkedIn. And I would say 60% of the business that we win is from LinkedIn. He also says we do cold calling, we do send emails, we don't stop using that side, but we do continue to be active on LinkedIn. Now, what I found profound there was I was not a heavy user of LinkedIn. I've never really used LinkedIn in a way where he was telling me how to use LinkedIn. And so what he was saying is write a post every day or every other day. And the sort of impressions you start getting and the sort of people who start interacting with you are founders, managing directors, and people high up in their positions, which is vital here. Because when you guys are active on TikTok or Instagram, well, you get views and it's great for consumers. But actually, when it comes to decision makers, LinkedIn is one of the most powerful places where you guys can be active in terms of getting decision makers to agree to do business with you. So now 6 months ago, I started being a little bit active on LinkedIn. And if I'm being completely honest, I'm probably putting in about 30% effort into LinkedIn to what I actually can put in. And we got 9 million impressions. 9 million impressions in only a couple of months. It shows actually the potential there is with LinkedIn. So I share this with you now so you guys understand that when it comes to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they all have their place. Let me be very clear on that. But LinkedIn is very good if you're trying to get businesses to agree to do business with you. Now, what's interesting here is the title that follows me the most on LinkedIn. It's founders, managing directors, CEOs, and senior managers. Those 4 job titles are the job titles that follow me the most and interact with my content, which is super interesting because they're the guys that have money. So I'll put up a post that got millions of impressions. And the key thing here with this post is the hook is there. Not only that, but I'm giving a lot of value. Not only that, but I'm reiterating why I am able to give the value in the first part of the post. And that is one of the main ways you guys will do well on LinkedIn in terms of getting impressions, views, people interacting with you. That is by giving value. So it's not like TikTok, it's not like Instagram. Giving value is the most important thing when it comes to LinkedIn and letting people know why you are even able to give this value. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of noise out here. The good thing with LinkedIn is though, you're not going to get a lot of scammers. You're not going to get a lot of people lying. And though, yes, it will happen, no doubt, it will be a lot less. A simple reason being is on Instagram and TikTok, you can lie about your experience, your history and stuff like that. And on LinkedIn, it's very difficult because you're going to have to put your past employers down. You're going to have to put down the companies where you've worked previously, and someone will call you out on it. You can see someone's history. You can see where they've worked and you can see what they do. Now, how can you guys use this information to win business for yourself? Look, it's very difficult for me to cover it in one small video, though I'm going to give you some good, valuable tips. If you want me to make a whole course on how to win business by just using LinkedIn, comment below LinkedIn. And that just gives me an idea of how many of you are interested in using LinkedIn to win business and using it effectively. So I'll make a whole course, but just let me know below if that's what you want. Now, what's interesting here is the people that interact with your content, they are people that have money. They are decision makers, and they can make things happen. And so the point here is It doesn't matter if you're only getting 2,000 or 3,000 impressions or only 100 people interacting with your content, because those people have money, they have the ability to make decisions, and they can make things happen. And that is crucial here. So every single day, my advice to you guys would be to write a post and try to better yourself again on a daily basis and try to make things better and better. Make sure your hook is very good. And by the hook, I mean the first 1 or 2 lines. Make the first 1 or 2 lines where the person really is intrigued and really wants to read on. Now, when it comes to messaging, you can send messages to people on LinkedIn, though there are a couple of things. Now, there are other licenses like Recruiter LinkedIn, and those you have to pay for. How can you send messages to people without obviously taking out a paid subscription? And I wouldn't recommend a paid subscription, by the way, if you're just starting off. You need to connect with people. Connect with people in your industry. Connect with people that are potential businesses that you want to interact with. Whatever the niche, whatever the sector. When you connect with them, send a personal message, and LinkedIn gives you an option to send a message. Don't just connect, just say something like, hey, whatever the name is, appreciate you accepting, or I was looking to just touch base and add you to my connections. Loved what you're doing, loved your experience. Make it a little bit personable, because it does help people accepting your invite. Now, once they do that, you can send them a message. You can send them a message, and if you're looking to get some business on from this company, a decision maker, HR manager, whatever they are, make sure to make it a short message. A lot of people often send massive long messages, and to be honest with you, decision makers don't have time. Like, I am a decision maker. I have companies, I run companies, and I get a lot of people advertising a lot of things to me. And the truth is, I don't have time to go over every single little thing, and I don't have time to read a long email. That's for sure. So when you're sending emails and when you're sending direct messages, make sure they're short. Make sure you're not sending long paragraphs, because trust me, if it takes 2-3 minutes to even read something, nobody is going to read it. Now, the key is this. LinkedIn isn't something that is going to take a lot of your time, but you can win a lot of business by just being active for 10 minutes. And in the last 6 months, I've had 2 companies approach me and see if I can give my services to them. And that wasn't even where I was directly advertising. So I had companies come to me and say, we would like you to do some recruitment for us. And the truth is, I declined, because I've actually got too much business on at the moment and I can't take that on. Having said that, they came to me. They wanted me to do some work for them, and they would have paid me handsomely. Now, that was only going to happen, and that only did happen because I was active on LinkedIn. So guys, you need to understand, being active and spending 10 minutes on LinkedIn is super powerful and can get you really, really far. Now, that was companies coming to me. But actually, I would say that I've probably added a lot of revenue and a lot of sales onto my businesses. And I say that in a plural way, a lot of businesses by just being active on LinkedIn. Because again, I realize the power of being active on LinkedIn, and I realize by being active on LinkedIn for 10 minutes, how much money you can add to your businesses. And so it's value that I'm trying to provide to you. And it's something that I do want to talk about a lot more. And I want to give you a lot more tips on exactly how to write, and what to say exactly. So again, just comment below LinkedIn and let me know if that's something that you guys want. But hopefully this video gives you a little insight into how you can go about getting exposure to your businesses. Because remember, any business that doesn't get exposure to their products or services will never do well. And a business that has the worst products or the services, as long as they get exposure, and by that I mean as long as people are seeing their products and services, that business will do well even if their product and service isn't that good. So it's very important for you to get eyes on your products and services, and through LinkedIn, you can do that by not making videos, not putting up photos, not using your face, and in fact, just writing things that are interesting to people that want to read them.